Hi guys, so today I'm gonna speak about small guitars, which are my favorite kind of acoustic guitars. So I have a chance to have 5 really beautiful small guitars from Parlor to L00 style guitar. So I can say we are still in the small guitar range. So I'm gonna show you the different guitars. I just let you know that they all have different combination of wood, which is really cool, I guess, for a comparison, and different style of construction. So we have a great variety of small guitars here. I start now with this beauty, which is a guitar which is not mine. It belongs to my friend David. So it's made by French luthier Antoine Jourdan. The brand is Atelier Guitare et Compagnie. So basically, it's a parlor style guitar with, as you can see, a modern shape. I've previously made a guitar made by Antoine on an old video, old, not so old, but which was the same shape. It was a guitar who belonged now to John Baez. He built it from John Baez. It was a fantastic instrument. So this one is quite particular because my buddy David is half French, half Spanish, and he wanted a parlor string guitar with the specification of a flamenco guitar. So the top is made of spruce, and the back, which is pretty rare on steel string, is made of cypress. So kind of typical flamenca combination of woods, you know. So it's a Nix brace parlor style guitar with the sound port. The neck is made out of mahogany, and fretboard and bridge are made out of rosewood, and the pins, the nut, both nuts are made out, the saddles, and the nut are made out of bone. So here is for that first beautiful instrument. For the second one, the second one is the newest of my personal guitars. It's a guitar I received last Friday. I'm now filming on Tuesday, so it's really new to me. It's a Waterloo WLS, So typically it's a replica of a Stella. Waterloo, for those who don't know, is a brand made by Collings in Austin, Texas. It's made by the same men that the men which are building Collings, but the philosophy is to replicate the instrument from the Depression era. So this one is a replica of a Stella, and the particularities are it's a spruce top with cherry back and sides. The neck is made out of mahogany, and for the headstock fretboard and bridge, headstock fretboard it's rosewood, the bridge is made out of ebony, and the saddle and the nut are made out of bone, and the pins are made of ebony too. The construction is a bit different because it's a ladder braced guitar, so really vintage vibe, and I think that's all I have to say for this one. Let's go to the next. This one. For those who know my guitar channel, they've probably seen this guitar a couple of times. It's my first Waterloo. It's a WL14, so a replica of L00 style Kalamazoo or Gibson. So here, under the black finish, we have a spruce top and mahogany back and sides. Kind of a typical L00, in fact, with rosewood for the fretboard and ebony for the bridge. Bone. We have an ebony nut here, which I personally found really cool. I'm not, how can I say? A lot of guitar builders think that the fret zero, for example, is the best solution. For me, it's just a position. It's an opinion, sorry. So some prefer, some don't prefer. Everyone has his own taste, I guess. So the pins are made of ebony too, and the construction here with WL14, which is the model, is an X-braced with a big neck, which I really love. So here is for this one. The next is a pretty new too. She is a couple of months old. It's blind guitar. It's made in the south of France by my buddy Virgil Pilon. The brand is Blind Guitars, which refers to the old bluesman with the name Blind Lemon Jefferson, Blind Blake, etc. So here we have a LWO style guitar, but with a modern construction. So typically it's Adirondack spruce top, so really dynamic kind of wood, and a gorgeous, as you can see, maple back and sides. The neck, as on every model here, is made out of mahogany, and I have ebony for fingerboard on the bridge, and from the pick guard too. So you can see the bone here, and the bone here. So the construction is a double X. We have a main X here and a small X here, and a kind of, I would say, ladder on the back, which is kind of a standard, but for Virgil's construction, it's not typically what he is using. So here is for this one, and the last one is this one. As I said previously, if you on my channel if you've been here for several times, you've seen this guitar a lot of time. It's my first blind. It's completely made of mahogany, gorgeous mahogany with the beautiful burst, with, I guess, rosewood fingerboard and bridge. And this one is, as every time for Virgil's guitar, X-braced, double X. And I also have, I don't know if we can see perhaps, a X on the back, which is really the way he built guitars. The neck is also a mahogany neck. So, here is the 5 guitars. I have to precise that all the guitars have the same strings, all pretty new set of strings, less than 1 week. So I guess they are pretty equal in terms of quality of strings. So why I love that guitars, before letting you hear the sound, I would say that the fun, really cool fact about small guitars for me in the first case is the size. As you can see, if I take the small Atelier guitar company, it's really comfortable. The size, you immediately got it on your legs, and you can play. It's fantastic. The second thing for me, which really makes the small guitars my favorite, is the weight. They literally weigh nothing. The lightest here is the WLS, which really is feather light. It's absolutely fantastic for that. Another thing I love in small guitars is the dynamic. You can play them really in a really subtle way, and you can also dig in them, because I will say in popular ideas, small guitars have less volume, which for me is wrong, because with modern way of building them, and also with ancient way to build them, they have certainly less volume than a big I guess D18 from the 30s, big dreadnought. But the projection is really the most important thing in this kind of guitars, and they are way more versatile than most people think. I personally love to play them as jazz guitar or country guitars, kind of bluegrass, but I would say more kind of country, as you know, the kind of or playing whole cowboy songs, etc. You can play classical; they are really easy to play. So I guess for me, it's fantastic to play some classical baroque style of guitar, and also strum to play while singing. Of course, if you have how can I say, a really powerful voice, perhaps you're gonna prefer a guitar with more bass to complete the range of frequencies. But for me, they really fit a lot of different styles. So another thing, really important things, I kind of already said it, but the comfort of playing with a short scale than a dreadnought, for example. I think most of the guitars are 24.75 long length for the neck. So the comfort is really an important thing. And another fantastic thing is for recording. They cut in the mix perfectly with a kind of boost in the treble and mid-range. Perhaps less volume than dreadnought, as I say, but great projection. And the fact is that often guitarists love to have a lot of bass when they play, to be surrounded by the sound of the guitar, and to have the most complete, as I can say, the most complete range of frequencies. But I think if I could compare with singing, it's like comparing, how can I say, Luciano Pavarotti and, for example, Johnny Cash when he was old, for example. One has a huge range and a huge technique, and of course it sounds fantastic, but you can also have a lesser range and have a fantastic sound. So that's why I really love the guitars with, as I say, with modern construction. Now builders can make small guitars with a huge amount of volume and a huge amount of projection, which is finally way more, but as important as volume. Sorry. So I stopped talking and I'm now gonna play them simply. So let me know in comment which is your favorite. Bye. you.